Hello everybody, today I am making a review of my Taurus 24/7 Airsoft pistol review. Now, to give you the basic laydown here of everything, I bought this gun about 3 years ago. I can't remember where, of course, but it was at some store similar to Walmart, if not Walmart itself, for about $30. And I think it is quite worth the price of $30 because it's a simple airsoft gun. It does have the clear plastic to it. Sorry, I can't really see anything because I have a lamp over here that moves over here, but you still can't see anything. I bought it for about, $30 3 years ago. It's a clear plastic version. I don't think there is any other version, of course, but it's still a pretty nice gun. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. Some airsoft guns are clear plastic. I don't like the look of them, but this one looks pretty good. So, as far as the basics go, it feels pretty good. It feels at least a couple pounds, almost like a real pistol. Of course, it doesn't look like a real pistol, so I shouldn't be concerned about weight. Yes, I did just unload it, by the way. If you have it loaded like this, you can pull the slide back and pull the trigger and just release it forward. I don't know how good for it that is, but I do it sometimes anyway when I don't want to dry fire it. So yeah, it is a nice pistol. I like it. If I were to rate it, I'd give it probably a 9 out of 10 because it shoots pretty well and accurately. It shoots maybe around 315 to 350 FPS. I really don't know. Actually, anywhere between 300 and 350 FPS. I think it's lost a little power since I first got it, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but it might have. So anyway, it does say Taurus right here. There's a little logo right there, but I'm sure you can't see that. So firstly, of course, come on, wake up. Okay, I'm using my computer to film this in the dark. Here's our magazine. It's a pretty simple magazine, of course. They got your little lead weight in there. I think it's at least, that's my guess. And you put the BBs right in this little thing at the top here. You can pull it down a little bit, but that's as far as you can pull it down for whatever reason. And the release is a little button right here that you just push down. And it's actually quite easy to fill it up with a speed loader. And actually, the gun can actually have a speed loader be put in the bottom. You can actually put a speed loader in the bottom, like this magazine. But I don't really see the point in it, since speed loaders have springs in them. So to load it, you'd have to like push down the little button on the speed loader while you're reloading or something. It wouldn't be ideal at all. So there's a magazine. Of course, on it says "Made in Taiwan." That's interesting, rather than China. So, of course, you can pull the slide back, and it doesn't lock back automatically or anything. There's a little, this black thing is frontmost black thing here. You rotate it 90 degrees into that position, and it, see, it's usually right here. You just rotate up here like that, and it is locked. And the slide, after years of use, well, this broke off a tiny bit. There's this tiny piece right here that kind of broke off, but it doesn't fit on perfectly, so sometimes it'll come off on the side a little bit. But I've owned it for 3 years. I really shouldn't be complaining about anything. It still works fine. So that's the way you do that. And sometimes when you release it, though, the slide doesn't move forward. I lubricated it, but it still doesn't really move forward. I think it's supposed to. I think it did when I first got it, but now I kind of have to push it forward. And it actually does sometimes stay back right now without the lock being engaged. This middle piece here, it doesn't do anything. This back one here is a safety, although you can fire it without the safety being on. I'll demonstrate it right now. It's a little harder to pull it. Safety's off, safety's on. You can still fire it, but it does take a little more force. It's certainly fireable, so I wouldn't rely on the safety too heavily if you have trigger-happy people around your gun or something. And the chamber does open up right in there. You got your nozzle in the front right there, and the BB comes up through the magazine, which just blows plastic bit right there. But be careful when you're putting BBs directly into the chamber. I usually put them in this open portion of the plastic bit right there, so it'll get slid up into the actual chamber of the gun. But I said nozzle a little while earlier. It's not called a nozzle, but anyway, if you drop it in, sometimes it'll get stuck around the edge of the chamber where the BB will sit until it's fired, and it will jam it up. So you're gonna have to get like a small Phillips head screwdriver or something to kind of pry it out of there. But it's only happened to me about twice, and I don't recommend doing so. So that's that, I suppose. Here's your sights. I'm not too good at this, so I'm going to try and show you here. This is really hard. And the sights do have the little red dots on the back of each of them, so you can line it up a little bit. And yep, that's all I really have to be said. I'm not going to do the firing test. I'll most likely do a separate video for the firing test. And this gun actually looks really cool on camera. I have had it for a while and it looks really cool on camera, but when I actually have it, it doesn't really sound or feel as good. I mean, when I first got it, I think it felt pretty good, but it doesn't really feel good anymore. It feels kind of, as if the plastic's been worn down. If you look in here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's not as clear because little bits of plastic have been ground off after reloading it thousands of times by now. And for this gun, I use .2 gram ammo. I can use .25s. Well, I can't really tell you how that works out because my .25s are black and I can't really see them all that well. I think it dives a little bit though. Do not use .12s for this gun. Actually, I think you can, but they rise a little bit, and I wouldn't because .12s are bad for your guns. Although it is a $30 spring pistol, so there you go. And the grip, I forgot to mention the grip. The grip actually feels pretty good. You got these little lines in the front here. Okay, this lighting's terrible, I'm sorry, but you got these little lines in the front here. You can like run your finger through them. It's pretty good. It feels good in your hand. It feels pretty padded, at least on the front, not really in the back, but it feels good. And I like this pistol. It's good for spring pistol fights because I have a Colt M1911, but it's kind of a piece of crap, so it doesn't do too well. And you have your rail on the bottom here. See, I'm forgetting what to mention, so I'm just kind of mentioning things as I go along. If I were smart, if I actually made a good review, I have a note card or something telling me everything I need to say. So, yeah, I like this gun. They also have the Stage 2 version of this gun. I don't know how that is, of course, since I do not own it. But something to keep in mind of is, well, actually, the magazine holds quite a few rounds. It can go all the way down here up to there, probably about 30-something rounds. I'm saying rounds, I should say BBs, but one thing to take note of is if you load it with BBs and you put it into the gun, when you pull a magazine out, one BB will follow. Not two or anything, just one. It happens with a lot of spring pistols though, so I'd get used to that. So I suppose that's all I have to say on the Taurus 24/7 spring pistol. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, that's it, I suppose. Hope you didn't hate the review too much. And I guess I'll make more reviews and more guns like my AK-47 and my MP5. Actually, I can't do that since I took it apart and it's in pieces. And my Super X9 and all those. So, have a nice day.